Chinese fighter jets and warships have simulated strikes on Taiwan. China has deployed dozens of jets and vessels encircling the island in a second straight day of military drills. It's an angry show of force following a meeting between Taiwan's president and senior U.S. politicians. Beijing has described the drills as a warning to Taiwan, which it considers a breakaway province. Taiwan says they threaten regional stability, and Washington is calling for restraint.
The waters around Taiwan are choppier than usual. Warships are on the move as China conducts 3 days of military exercises encircling the self-governed island. Tensions are sky high, with the Taiwanese Coast Guard sharing footage of multiple standoffs between vessels from both sides.
Chinese mainland 131 warship. This is a broadcast from the Republic of China's 10079 Coast Guard team. You are now seriously damaging regional peace, stability and safety. Please turn around immediately and leave. If you proceed forward, I will take eviction measures.
As the drills dragged into their second day, China's threats became increasingly belligerent. Chinese state media has been broadcasting graphics such as these, simulating precision strikes on Taiwan in the event of a Chinese invasion. The so-called joint sword drills are seen as a retaliation for Taiwanese President Tsai Ing-wen's visit to the United States. Her trip enraged China, which considers Taiwan to be a breakaway province. Beijing has long taken a strong stance on the issue, vowing to retake the self-governed island by force if necessary. The combination of military maneuvers and China's aggressive rhetoric are raising the temperature in the Taiwan Strait. Many now fear that a single misstep could spark a conflict that neither side is prepared for.
DW correspondent William Yang joins us from Taipei. Hello, William. China is ramping up its rhetoric and encircling Taiwan. How serious are these tensions?
So earlier today, we heard from Reuters news agency that at least 20 warships from 10 from each side actually are engaged in a standoff. And we don't know much about the details, but I think that just reflects how the tension has really been building up since the announcement of the military exercise yesterday. And because of the very frequent movement and activities involving the Chinese vessels, Chinese fighter jets, and also their Coast Guard ships, this is now, I think, really raising the stakes about whether there will be any kind of miscalculation if any side, I think, breached, the median line of the Taiwan Strait. We saw several Chinese fighter jet and also vessel already did that since yesterday.
So how is Taiwan responding to the drills?
So far, the Defense Ministry continues to really closely monitoring all the activities, especially the fighter jets, because this time China puts a lot of emphasis on the display of the ability of their Air Force. And we see dozens of fighter jets already entered Taiwan's air defense identification zone in the southwest and also crossing the median line. At the same time, the government is continuing to pay attention to the activities by the rocket force of the Chinese military, because last August, during the 1-week military exercise around Taiwan, they did fire several missiles. And so the government is concerned that maybe that could also happen. But so far, we have not been notified about that.
So if Taiwan continues to forge diplomatic relations with the U.S., could drills like this become more common, you think?
Yes, it seems very likely because the Chinese state media and also their government have been repeatedly saying that the goal and the target of this exercise is exactly to try to deter the so-called collusion between the Taiwan independent separatist forces and the external forces. And they are aiming the external force as the United States. And so I think if in the future the Taiwan president continues to meet high-level U.S. officials, China might just routineize this kind of exercise and activities around Taiwan. So it could really just become a new normal.
DW correspondent William Yang, thank you.
Thank you.